There was just a lady that was in my program, and she said from a challenge that I had put out that she was now able to make more climbs. She was able to make more of her corners because she was now using her core better. Today, we're going to go over 3 exercises that help you apply your core and trunk strength to biking, and that will give you that difference that you need on the bike. The first exercise we're going to get into is called the 90-90 hold or tabletop hold with an oblique crunch. This exercise is probably one that you've seen before. You're going to hold your legs up at tabletop, which is your hips are 90 and your knees are at 90 degrees as well. In this position, you're going to make sure your back is pressed toward the ground, not into the ground and just like smashed, but you're going to make sure that your trunk is nice and stable. Your pelvis stays the same in this position. You're going to hold that part. Then your arms are going to be behind your head, supporting your head, and you are going to be reaching one arm towards the outside part of your thigh and then back and towards the other outside part of your thigh and back. Really thinking about your trunk being the main driver in this and not just your arms. And so think about a line from your hip to your shoulder and shortening those two, coming back up and shortening those two. This is where you are going to allow your trunk to be the primary mover. What this does is it uses your lower core for stability. You're holding your legs up. That's where it has to hold that load and weight. Your upper abs now have to do the moving part. This is where you are actually thinking about cornering. You're thinking about tight turns. This is you getting that crunch and that rotation of your body to actually make that movement happen and allow that other arm to go forward. This crunch and move is where you are allowing your trunk and core to help you with your biking skills. It's that separation. It's not your arms that are doing it, it's your trunk that's doing it. Do like 10 each side and take a break. The second exercise that we are going to go over is a bear crawl sidewalk. This is where you're using your quads, you're using your core stability, you're using your shoulder blades and stability in your hands as weight. Think about all the times that you need all of these things to work for you. A steep technical climb that you need to drive and move your bike, and you need that power to come into your pedals. It comes from your core. And so as you're doing this, while you get into this position, hands and knees down, then you're going to drive your toes into the ground, raises your knees up. If it's hard for you to hold this position, raise your knees farther up into the air, and your butt's going to come farther up into the air as well. And go side to side with this. You're going to sidewalk your hands and your legs, not all at the same time, otherwise you'll probably fall over. And you'll just move as fluidly as you think that you can to the side, and then you'll move as fluid you can, and you're moving to the other side. Isn't an exact science of what arm and what leg you should move at what exact time. No, just move to the side. The key part is that your body is staying nice and still and controlled while you're moving. Also is that we want to think about your shoulders not being up to your ears. Your shoulders are nice and down as you're pressing down into the ground. This allows you to have control and support through your upper back and through your upper trunk as we're moving and grooving on the bike. This allows that strength to happen on the front side of our body with this actual movement, and also the stability in the back side of our body to support our arms and shoulders and use our lats as well. And we're making our quads work too, because we're up and off the ground with our knees. Move side to side 30 seconds at a time and bump yourself up, working towards a minute. Last but not least is a more simple, in theory, complicated movement exercise. It's a bent knee fallout. You can do this exercise with your foot on the ground, just keeping your trunk nice and still, back is slightly pressed towards the ground, and your other leg stays still. Then one leg slowly drifts out, comes towards the ground, and back up. The key part is staying still, not letting that leg drift your body and your trunk, but keeping your trunk still, keeping that other leg still. You'll do one side and then the other side alternating. If that's easy for you, then let's raise your legs up into that tabletop position. Same basic idea here, but you lose a point of contact with the ground, so you lose a point of stability in this. Keep your trunk nice and still. Don't let that leg rock you from side to side, and keep one leg nice and still. Think about having like A cup of water sit on that one leg. Don't let your cup of water drop. Your leg is going to drop out to the side and then come back in. Other leg drifts out to the side, come back in. If you have difficulty with this, then just do one side at a time and then do the other side. It's a motor control learning exercise as well as a core strengthening exercise. This allows you to move your legs differently, especially move your hips differently from your trunk, allowing that movement that we need on the bike to have the bike move underneath of us and us stay strong and stable on top of it. This allows you to strengthen those muscles to apply it to the bike, and why core strength matters so much to climbing and descending and cornering. I'd say do maybe 10 reps each side, and then you can also do this as a full circuit, and this can be a short core exercise or core workout that you can apply and start doing now. If you're wanting to actually get in more exercises and more workouts to strengthen your body, check out my membership down below. Bye, y'all.